I want to tell you guys a story. There once was this guy, I think his name was Blandrew Schlemillion. Yeah, I think that was his name. And this guy, he had a weight problem. You know, he was always overweight, and it was really starting to affect him. So he started to ask the question, how do I get rid of this weight? How do I get things better? So this guy, he started lifting weights. And as the weights on the bar went up, so too did his calories. But you know what happened? No matter how much muscle this guy put on, no matter how much weight he could add to the bar, he never liked what he saw in the mirror. Even when he had 4 circles on each side of the bar while squatting, he was still heavy, he was still big. In fact, in some ways it seemed like he was further away from the goal he wanted. You know, he'd go on Instagram, he'd see all these ripped guys, and he couldn't understand why that wasn't him. He had been lifting for so long, he thought that he earned it. Eventually he decided it was time to start really figuring out how nutrition works. And figure it out he did. This guy lost a ton of weight. And you know what? He told me all his secrets, exactly how he did it. He even gave me his suit, which, hey, pretty nice guy, right? Very thankful for that. Well, I've got a little bit of a dilemma. The reason I'm making this video is the suit's not fitting so good right now. Lucky for me and lucky for you. This Blandrew guy, he showed me how the sausage is made, and I kept all of his notes. I don't like to hold secrets, so I'm going to show you guys exactly what this dude did to get so lean, and I'm going to be doing that myself to get in this suit. Now guys, if you're joining for the first time, this video might be about getting into that suit, but this channel is all about how to actually do it and how to get there. I've got my buddy's wedding coming up this weekend. We're going to do what we can to squeeze into that suit by all means necessary. So come on inside. I'm going to show you guys what the game plan is. I'll give you a hint. It starts with a lot of bacon. There you go. Oh yeah. Got a little visitor today. You know, he used to be camera shy, but now he jumps up just about every time. So if this is your first time joining the channel, let me explain how this all works. Guess he took off. Up until the point of me getting ready for this wedding, I've been doing weekly food challenges where I try to see, you know, what works, what doesn't as far as weight loss. Tried a whole bunch of different things, mostly for fun. I've already got a plan that I know is tried and true and definitely works. No surprise, it is going to be mostly a bacon-based diet with a little wiggle room for certain side dishes like pickles and sauerkraut, but it's basically 90% bacon. And I've been doing this right now for about the past 2.5 weeks. The reason for this being, as you saw in the intro, the suit that I have just simply hasn't been fitting very well. In fact, I've been struggling to even button the top button of the pants, making this weight loss journey at this point in time very critical. Gotta lose that weight and a few more pounds would do it. There's no diet on earth that I buy into more than going with the bacon. So that is what I'm personally doing. Now, as you saw in the intro, for that original physique, I actually achieved that doing volume eating, but I've done 7 natural bodybuilding shows up to this date. And in the previous year, even though I didn't have a massive transformation this time around, I did get stage lean using bacon. I actually preferred it to volume eating for a few different reasons. Well, I'll cover those in a bacon specific video. But the basic foundation is that by being in a deep state of ketosis, your appetite goes super low, and because of the sodium and potassium that's in bacon, you don't get the headaches that most people usually experience when they go keto. So you could call it the bacon diet, carnivore, keto, paleo, anything you'd like, but the basic idea is we're just trying to hammer in as much bacon as possible, and then oddly enough, as little bacon as possible. Because your appetite is so suppressed from being in ketosis, the first couple of days you go wild on the bacon, and then each day that passes, you can pull back a little bit more and a little bit more, feeling totally fine because you're that fat adapted. So that's the strategy. I've been doing that for about 2.5 weeks. On top of that, I'm also doing daily runs. I haven't missed a run yet. I run 3 miles every single day. On the weekends, I try to push that a little bit. On Easter, I was able to run 5 miles. I've been doing a couple 4-mile runs here and there since then, but it's mostly sticking to that 3 mile to 3.5 range. I actually do leave for the wedding in a few days. I'll check in with you guys once I'm in North Carolina. It's a long way from Michigan. It's going to be warmer. I've looked up some state parks, so while we have downtime, I'm going to be doing some trail running. I'm very much looking forward to that. I think it'll be really cool. Haven't done any trails yet this season. As things have been warming up here in Michigan, it is a wet state, meaning that everything is real swampy during April. So the trail running's probably not going to happen here in Michigan, at least for another month. I'm very hopeful that the Appalachians being a little bit more dry, that I don't have that problem, but we'll find out when we get there. With that, guys, I've been eating nothing but bacon. We're gonna continue eating bacon until we get into town. Once I'm at this wedding, all bets are off. I don't diet when I'm at special events. That being said, guys, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Ooh, only made it 2 miles this time. I'm out here in the beautiful heart of the Appalachian Mountains for the wedding, of course. Instead of my normal flat level run, I decided we were gonna head into the mountains and hit the trails. Mix things up a little bit. We started here in the park on the asphalt, but I found paths that led to the trees, and I said, you know what? Let's go off piste. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. When you're on a trail run, you gotta remind yourself the further away you go, the further you have to come back. We started this run by going downhill. Well, on the way back up, I got super gassed and I had to walk for a while. Despite all that, I found some really cool tree lines. I decided to run through them. Felt great. It felt like, bear with me for a second, you ever watch The Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring? When Aragorn and Boromir are running through the woods looking for the hobbits, it felt like that. It felt great. I'm running through the woods, endorphins super high. Dodging roots and rocks felt like a game all on its own, and it was awesome. I was super engaged the whole time. Rock here, root there. There was even a point where I had to run through like a sawed log, and then there was another spot where like the trail was covered up with rocks, and I had to like jump over these fallen trees like it was like a video game. That was super fun. I'm loving the cardio. Still eating nothing but bacon. Crushing it. Calories are really low. The energy is so high, my electrolytes are still up because of all the salt and all the potassium in the bacon. It's a perfect combo. All that being said, I'm still not entirely sure if I'm going to fit in this suit tomorrow. We've got one more day. Obviously, nothing's going to change from here. I checked into the hotel already. Once the boys start rolling in, all bets are off. You know how it goes from there. It's going to be the old-fashioned college carb load. So this is basically it. This is the end of my journey for now. We'll check in tomorrow to see if that suit fits. I got those fingers crossed. If the suit does not fit, I will not quit. OJ's lawyer said that, and it worked for him. So I'll see you tomorrow. All right, I've just showered up. It's time to pull out the suits. As you can see here, I brought a second one. I've learned in my years doing bodybuilding shows, it's always good to have some big boy clothes. I'm gonna try and squeeze into the one I've been cutting for. If it's not working out, I do have a backup. All right, guys, can you spot the problem here? I forgot to pack the pants. Oh, it looks like I'm wearing my big guy suit. After all, that's really disappointing, but what can you do? I'm about 10 hours from home. There's no way I'm going back for them. So wearing the big boy suit, despite working all that effort to fit into this nice one, the pants are at home. What can you do? All right, so this wasn't the suit I intended to wear. When I get home, I am gonna try on the other suit. I don't have the pants with me, and that's kind of the deal breaker. The jacket is usually going to fit. It's the pants that we're concerned about. I will make sure when I get home, we'll give that a run and we'll see how it goes. For now, the big man suit, not fitting too bad. And also, as not seen in the bathroom shot, you guys never saw the shoes. Get a load of those puppies. I'll see you guys when I get home. For now, I got some celebrating to do. Well, here we are. This is the suit I intended to wear. I get home, of course the dress pants are laying on the bed right where I left them. It's disappointing, but what can you do? Wedding's over, I'm still putting this suit on. Now lucky for you guys, I'm not an Instagram model, I'm not an Instagram influencer, so I'm not dressing up to go out in Austin. Starting out in your underwear, pretty weird move if you ask me. We're just gonna jump right into the suit. We'll see if it fits. We'll see if it doesn't. I'm feeling hopeful, but it kind of sucks. It's over. See you in a few minutes. But I mean, really though, what's the deal with that? You're on Instagram, you're just scrolling through, like sitting in the airport, and all of a sudden it's like this Instagram model getting dressed in her underwear to go out for later in the night. Whatever happened to like public decency, you know, like being decent in public? Well, anyways, oh, by the way, the suit fits. The suit fits. So technically, if you think about it, the point of this video was to get in the suit. I didn't necessarily have to wear it in the wedding. So if you look at it that way, the video is saved. So pretty jazzed about that. It's a little tight. I could still lose a couple more pounds, but I did succeed in getting in it. As seen here, you guys might not be able to see it, but I got my golden retriever belt on, got my corgi socks, and then to top things off, we've got this kind of mesh burlap material tan shoe. Now, some people tell me they don't like that I'm comboing up these shoes with this suit. Those kinds of people are always wearing navy suits with black shoes. That's what I call the Dunning-Kruger effect. I'll keep wearing these, they can keep wearing theirs. I'm a man of style. Style is all about innovation. Some people are innovators, some people are followers, waiting around being told when it's okay to wear, what it's okay to do. What a sad existence. I like these shoes, man. So anyways, that's going to wrap up today's video. Go ahead and like this video. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. There's going to be way more content of this nature coming out. I'm officially back in full swing, getting my cardio in, doing lots of running, eating bacon all day like crazy. I'm going to be leaning down pretty considerably over the next few weeks. Feeling charged and energized. I love when it's warm out. I've got some ideas cooking up here that'd be really cool for you guys to see it, put all of this stuff together. So keep an eye out for any future announcements. And until then, keep eating bacon, keep losing that weight. I'll see you guys next Monday. Peace. This was a much harder run than I'm normally doing. Hold on. More energy, more energy, more energy. Ooh, only made it 2 miles this time.